Good morning, I'm Viti, and this is La Cocina de la Abuela. Today we're bringing you 3 amazing ways to cook salmon, all easy and all quick. First, with orange and lemon, we prepare a spectacular salmon. Just 5 minutes and the recipe is ready. Wow. Amazing flavor, citrus notes, perfect for a party. You have to make it. You'll leave your guests speechless. We start with the salmon, 2 slices, coarse salt, and a pinch of freshly ground black pepper. It goes really well. This recipe turns out amazing with salmon. I've also tried it with hake and with any flat fillet of white fish. It also works really well with meats. It's great with chicken and also with pork chops. You choose. I'm Viti, this is Grandma's Kitchen, and today we're going with salmon with a citrus touch. It's impossible to forget an orange. And also one of these sweet yellow lemons. If you don't have one, half a lime works perfectly. Let's go to the juicer, give it a good squeeze, and get all the juice out of it. Here we go. With this electric juicer, we'll have it in seconds. Now it's the orange's turn. Same operation. We squeeze and get the juice out. As you can see, the orange has about twice as much juice as the lemon. There you have it. So we have about a quarter of a glass of lemon juice and twice as much orange juice, almost half a glass. Normally, since the orange is sweet, it takes away the bitterness and excessive acidity of the lemon, unless it's not very sweet. Add half a teaspoon of sugar, and if you want to take the dish to another level, brown sugar works really well. Great tip! A drizzle of olive oil, a drizzle of hot oil. We're using a big pan so we can fit both salmon steaks at the same time and prepare everything together. Look at that fish. It looks amazing. What a color. Wow. We'll cook it on both sides. Until we get those nice grill marks. There it is. On high heat. 20 seconds on each side, that's all it needs. For now, you can handle it because it's still fresh. Later, carefully, we've got it. We take out our salmon and set it aside. Don't overcook the salmon. It's just a little bit, just a few minutes. Otherwise, it'll get dry, and that's no good. So, don't overdo it. In this same pan, we're going to create the magic, the amazing citrus sauce. We just have to add the lemon juice, or however you call it in your area or country, and the orange juice. Cook over medium heat for 2 minutes, stirring constantly. We don't want it to stick, and we want it to absorb the fat released by the salmon. After the 2 minutes, this is how it should look. Look how amazing it looks. What a nice orange tone it has. Thanks to our orange, no pun intended. And what a luxurious sauce. Want to take it to another level? No problem. Add 15 grams of butter. It will make your sauce much shinier, smoother, and cooler. Much better. There you have it. Once the butter melts, it looks like this. Fantastic. We've got it just right, and what we're going to do now is add our salmon slices back in, which were already seared. There they are. Now be careful. Don't let it break.
Venga.
Come on. One, then the other. And done. 3 minutes on medium heat, occasionally basting our salmon with the sauce. And we'll be done. You see? The recipe is super simple. Let's give it a final touch with some aromatic herbs, and that'll do it. Oregano. This recipe goes perfectly with it. A Mediterranean touch, an Italian touch, which you followers of the channel know I love, both for the flavor and the aroma. If you want to add more spices, no problem. I recommend thyme and fresh parsley. Both go perfectly with it. You decide? So let's give it a super Christmassy, super festive touch with some cooked and peeled prawns that we'll place here. And now we move on to the aromatic herbs. Sprinkle on whichever ones you like the most. And wow, challenge completed. 3 Riz Ras. Salmon in citrus sauce. An absolute treat. Let's look at the finished dish. There you have it. Look at that close-up, how it dresses the table. I'm sure you found a spot for this recipe on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, or Christmas. It deserves it. Look, let's check the inside so you can appreciate how juicy this fish is and how fantastic it turned out. Here you go. There you have it. Secondly, we're going with a gourmet style salmon. It has potatoes, it has vegetables, it has everything. And why this one? Well, because it's pink and my daughter loves it. Salmon with dill mayonnaise. That's something. Let's get started. It's going to be super easy. What do we have and what do we need? A pepper. Everything is here. Potatoes. I think he'll bring more than one. The dill. Of course, for the fish. Salmon, some little shallots. Looks good. Zucchini. Mayonnaise. A clove of garlic. And with this, we have everything. All the fresh seasonal ingredients. Local products from nearby. Don't increase your carbon footprint. Does it work? Hello, HelloFresh. Let's get a baking dish ready. Our potatoes, parchment paper on the bottom, and we're set. We cut the potatoes, well washed, into big chunks with the skin on. It couldn't be easier. Once they're cut, into the dish they go. A little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Give it a good stir. And we go to the oven. Preheated to 200 degrees Celsius with heat. Top and bottom. We have it inside. Our potatoes will take between 20 and 25 minutes. Time for the shallots. We peel them and chop them into pieces. Chop, chop, chop. This will take us, Serrano, just a few seconds. Look, shallots are milder than onions. Great flavor. They're gonna go really well with this dish. We chop the garlic. The original recipe says to cut it very finely into tiny cubes. But I'm a brute, and I think sliced garlic works much better with sautéed vegetables. So, sliced garlic, trust me, you'll take this dish to another level. It's that easy. All right, into the pan. Let's start working on the vegetables. First, a good splash of olive oil. Turn on the heat. And in go our garlic and also the shallot. There we go. Let them soften a bit. Just 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna chop the pepper into cubes of this size, because I like to actually find the vegetables in a vegetable stir-fry, you know. Like this. Perfect. Let's see how the potatoes are doing. There they are. They still need a little more time. I'll give them a stir. Careful with the paper underneath. That's what's going to keep the potatoes from sticking to the dish. All right. I think 5 more minutes. In they go. I'll have them ready soon. Next ingredient, zucchini. The eternal dilemma. Do you want it chopped with the skin or without the skin? I'm going to do it with the skin because it adds color and also has a lot of vitamins. So in my house, we always leave the skin on. Well, a couple of minutes have passed. This is just how it should be. And now it's time to add our bell pepper. There it is. What a touch of color. Wow, this is going to turn out fantastic. And we're also going to add our chopped zucchini. There it is. We add salt and a touch of freshly ground black pepper to taste. We stir a little and saute for about 10 minutes. It will be just right. Super tasty. Potatoes are ready. Here you go. Take them. I'm going to add a pinch of salt on top and leave them ready to plate. They're perfect. So let's prepare our little sauce. We need, of course, the dill. There you have it. Chop it really, really well. And then mayonnaise, add the dill, stir it, and there you have it. Don't tell me it wasn't easy. So here we have our pan, still on the heat. I have it on medium-high, out of 9 levels on my stove. I have it on 8, so it cooked super fast. Look how good it looks. It only took about 8 minutes, and it's done. We take it out, set it aside, and I'm going to use the same pan. Let's move on to the fish. To our salmon, we remove the packaging. You see, this way it stays perfect and lasts for several days, about a week. Here you go. It couldn't be better. And now we get ready to put them in the pan. It's going to be super easy. Pay attention to the side dish. As we go, we season with a pinch of salt and freshly ground black pepper. A drizzle of olive oil. And as soon as it's hot, we're going to cook for 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how thick the salmon is. I think this one will need between 2 and 3 minutes on the skin side. Then we'll flip it over and cook the other side for 1 or 2 minutes. Don't overdo it because the skin side can handle much more. On the other side, it falls apart much more easily, so 2 or 3 minutes on one side and 1 or 2 minutes on the other. Once you have the fish on the plate, serve it with the baked potatoes and the sautéed vegetables, and you'll have a competition-worthy dish. And that's it. Let's eat. Salmon with Neldo mayonnaise. If you want it, you got it. Third, salmon with garlic and butter. The easiest recipe, and no oven needed. Super easy. A piece of salmon. In this case, a fillet with this nice marbling and almost half a kilo. 40 grams of butter. 3 cloves of garlic. 1 lemon. 1 tablespoon of paprika, in my case, sweet. And of course, the essential salt. In this case, coarse or flake salt. First, let's chop the garlic. Let's chop it finely. Use whatever technique you prefer. I'm going to cut it like this. Like this. And now, roughly, which is how we do things on this channel. Chop, chop. We're going to keep going at it. In this case, I'm doing it with a giant knife. You can do it super fine with a small knife, or roughly like me. Either way, we want the garlic to end up in small pieces. There we go. I've almost got it. Alright, just like this. A good heap of garlic. 3 cloves. Into the pan. We pour in our butter. About 40 grams is enough. And we'll wait for it to melt with the heat. Once it's nicely melted, as you can see, it took no time at all. 10 or 15 seconds. We'll add the garlic we just chopped. In goes the garlic. There it goes. What we're looking for is for the garlic to brown in this melted butter and give our sauce an amazing flavor. If you don't want to use butter and prefer oil, I recommend you use a mild olive oil. There it goes. Next step, we're going to squeeze the lemon. Here's a little trick. If you rub it first, if you crush it, if you press it a bit before, it'll release a lot more juice. Let's cut it. And let's use my juicer. Yeah, I know it's super cheap, but I'm fond of it and it works really well. Let's get it going. Until the last drop of juice comes out. You can see there's, look, nothing left at all. Done. Let's continue with the next half. And another step. Let's go back to the fish. We have to salt it to taste. Here we go. It's not a particularly salty fish, so don't hold back with the salt, especially on the skin side. Let's spread it around. And now we have our nicely seasoned fish ready. The original recipe doesn't include it, but I really like it. Add a little bit of black pepper. We sprinkle them a little at the same time as we salt them, and they'll have a really great flavor. Trust me, it turns out really good. So, as I said, let's add a little bit of ground black pepper. Highly recommended for this dish. It pairs very well. So, ground black pepper it is. Well, the garlic has been on the heat for about 2 minutes now, and it looks just like you see in the image. It's starting to turn golden. So, it's time to add the paprika. We add the tablespoon of paprika. In my case, I used sweet paprika because I don't want it to be too spicy. Everyone can use the one they like. We stir for 20 seconds and add the fish. We're going to cook it for 5 minutes on each side. First on the flesh side, and after 5 minutes, we'll flip it over. And we're going to leave it on the skin side. 5 more minutes. This way the fish will release its juices, and they'll mix with this delicious garlic and butter sauce we're making. Alright, 10 minutes later, it's time to add the juice, the lemon juice we just squeezed. You see, it's already cooked, so we add our juice, our lemon juice, and let it cook for 5 more minutes. I recommend stirring it like this from time to time so that a thick and succulent sauce forms at the bottom of our pan. But basically, we already have the recipe. So you see, it was super easy. Look how amazing it looks. What a thick sauce. And how great it turned out. And now we just have to plate it up. A little bit of lemon, which goes perfectly with this fish. Our piece of salmon goes in the center. And we're gonna drizzle it with our sauce. You can see how thick it is. It looks amazing. We end up with a championship-worthy dish. An ideal dish to place in the center of the table for a special occasion. For this Christmas that's coming at us fast like lightning. So as you can see, salmon with butter and garlic. Salmon with a touch of garlic and butter. A super easy dish to prepare that won't take you more than 15 minutes. Let's add a touch of color with a bit of chives. And just like that, the dish is ready. Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed the 3 recipes. You know, let me know in the comments which one you liked the most. Mine, the last one. The one with garlic and butter. Amazing. Thanks for coming. Much love to you all. See you in the next video.